My name is Grace Vaughn. I am a sophomore informatics major, and this data is performance statistics from the PGA Tour from 2015 and 2016 seasons. So the players here are in order from the top down based on the lowest putting average, and I'll go over what all those numbers mean. So the columns we have here are player, age, yards per drive, driving accuracy, greens and regulation, putting average, and earnings. So all the players are members of the Professional Golfers Association, which is the PGA Tour. And yards per drive here. So a drive is a shot you hit out of the tee box on a par 4 or a par 5. And those are longer holes. You don't hit a drive out of a par 3. And all distance in golf, with the exception of on the greens, is measured in yards. So this right here is basically the distance of the player's drives over the course of the season. And driving accuracy kind of goes with that. So driving accuracy is the percentage of all the shots the player hits that lands in the fairway. And that's kind of the goal of where you want to hit it, because you can't do much with your shots if they're not in the fairway. It makes it a lot harder, and I'm always not in the fairway. So greens and regulation, this is a little bit more complex statistic. So par in golf, that's kind of what's given to the hole based on what the distance is. So the longer holes will be a par 4 or par 5. If it's shorter, it'll be a par 3. And this means that you are on the green in 2 strokes under the par. So this will give the player 2 strokes to putt and make a par, or 1 stroke for a birdie. So greens and regulation, if you're on a par 5 and you get to the green in 3 strokes, that means you have greens and regulation for that hole. And putting average is very important. So putting average is basically like how many putts it takes the players on each hole to hole out. Hole out means you finish. And if you notice, the earnings are pretty significant. The players on tour, the ones that are winning and in contention to win the tournaments, make a lot of money. So this data is very exciting to me because me and my family are kind of obsessed with golf. My grandfather plays, I play, my dad plays. He's not very good, so I beat him a lot, but he does play. And so we love being competitive with it. So seeing like other performance statistics from like the top in the world is kind of exciting for us. I played varsity golf in high school, and I played at Commerce College before I transferred to upstate. So comparing my stuff to this, now that I have statistics, it's kind of sad. And also, another thing I use this data for is every year me and my brother bet on the Masters. And having a concrete set of statistics on who's playing the best will really help put me ahead. So something else I want to point out in this is putting average. So you see the lowest ones are at the top, and this one you can't see, but that says $12 million. And the top 2 putting averages are also the top 2 income earners every year. And I thought that was interesting to note because most players only focus on their drives and they focus on the longer shots. They don't really focus on the smaller things that actually make the most money. And yeah, putting can easily be overlooked. So I don't really expect everyone to care about golf because I know most people do not care anything about golf. But what you might care about is I pulled a little life lesson, a little cheesy, out of this, that if you put your focus in the right place and limit your distractions, you will be successful. So basically, an overview of this data represents a bunch of different areas of statistics for players off the PGA Tour in the 2015 and 2016 seasons. And thank you for listening.
Thank you. So, in 2016, what was the age of the highest earner? Go ahead.
24.
Correct. How about that? Now, what is your last name?
Debbie?
David, and did you get anything on the, let's see. Oh, yeah, you're on the list and everything. Okay, so be sure to square that doctor's note with me at the end, okay? And come on down and get you all set up. Well, Grace, I'd say that was a hole in one.
Thank you.
I like the ones where I know nothing about and I learn something. I
I'm
saw,
glad I could teach you something today.
what's that?
I'm glad I could teach you something today.
Yeah, I did, and you taught well. And I wanted to say that I saw a presentation about 2 weeks ago from some professor, gave a presentation on his research, which was about Def Leppard. I knew nothing about it. To me, that was just an irritation in my life. But after seeing his presentation, I had appreciation for the skills of the musicians in that group. They were the first heavy metal group. Started out in jazz. I have to get back on this thing. I'm doing 2 things at once. When we're done, Dee, don't run off. Can you remind me to look at the schedule for next week? Okay. Do you have a link up?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it's still recording.